always thought to be a musician since you were a child?
Is that a question?
Yes, I'm asking to you. If when you were a child, you would like to be a musician?
Yeah. I always felt like music was something that moved me. You know, I grew up in a house of music, so it was something that was always there. And I guess I never really considered anything else at all, ever. So music always.
All right. And what's the record that brought you to the music that you play? The first one, I mean.
Man, that's tough because I grew up in a house where the Beatles were huge, Led Zeppelin was big, Jimi Hendrix, King Crimson, and local music like Dr. John, you know, from New Orleans, you know. So it's very tough for me to point to one record, but for heavy metal, you know, the roots are so deep, and I was so young. And I think at one age I was just blindsided by everything from Black Sabbath, and then of course later Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, bands like that. So it's so many bands, so many.
And how do you listen to it? Like a TV, radio, on a...
Of course, even
you know, friends of yours that brought you a tape?
When you're a kid, you know, you ride in the car. Most radio rock back then was good, you know, and real instruments and real singers and real musicians. Good songs, you know, even like Jethro Tull, Aqualung was on the radio, you know, so it was fucking always there. But normally at the house, when I lived with my folks, it was always on vinyl. And even the old 8-track cassette tapes in the car. So I'm old, man, you know, I got the best of both worlds, about 20 different worlds.
All right, what you're listening to right now?
Portal, Australian death metal. Yeah, I can't get enough of it. It's incredible.
They're good?
Portal's great, but then Australia in general has a great death metal scene. Impetuous Ritual, Cauldron Black Ram. There's so many damn good bands. And even early Sadistic Execution. Fucking, right now for me, I'm having like a rebirth of death metal, which I never thought would happen again, but it did. So big ups for Portal.
What do you do in your spare time when you don't play live?
Watch horror movies, hit the bag.
So you're a movie lover?
Oh, I love movies.
Like horror, Italian horror?
Fucking right.
Like Mario Bava, you know it?
I love Mario Bava,
Really?
the king of atmospheric horror films. Bava has to be the best, in my opinion. And then he influenced guys like Argento. But for me, I'm more of a Fulci guy. I like Lucio Fulci.
What the movie you like most about Lucio Fulci?
Oh, that's tough, but House by the Cemetery, probably. Great title, great soundtrack. Story makes no sense, but it's fucking great. But also Pupi Avati with House with the Laughing Windows. That's a very underrated Italian film that to me is probably one of the best of his genres. So Pupi Avati, great director.
Something like Margheriti this way. Antonio Margheriti, you know that?
I know the boxer Antonio Margarito. No, but I last year threw a horror fest in America, in Austin, Texas, and Ruggero Deodato came down from Cannibal Holocaust fame. So yeah, he was there, and a lot of motherfucker. It was fun. It was a blast. So yes, I'm a gigantic horror film freak.
If you got a scene like Phil Anselmo and the Illegals, can you link to a movie that you like? The sound of that, your sound. It's gonna be like the show of tonight.
Probably be like Eraserhead, you know, because
really?
it's like zzz, bam, 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 goes all over the place, you know. So there's no set rule with the Illegals. We can do anything we want and normally do.
Was it Great interview, man.
All right,
Thanks a
man.
lot.
Thank you.